how much better is Caleb going to be week 15 from week 5? If he stays healthy, I think the answer is a lot. The ascension is real. The talent is real. The work ethic is real. All this. So, I don't see any reason as just to wrap up our contenders or pretenders. I don't see any reason to take anything off the table. Which, for the record, I by the way, I did predict the Bears to be 9-8. I am upping my record, and we can think about it for a second here, but I'm going to up it before we get off the show. Go ahead, Greg. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know we're going to get into some of our prediction thoughts that we had during the season in terms of the season and the record. But like when you ask, what do I know? It's been a road here to start the season to find this Caleb Williams that we saw at training camp. Like our eyes weren't deceiving us. And then there was just such a shock to the system those first couple of weeks, because at the end of the day, and I'm not going to point the finger at anybody else, I'll just point it at myself, I severely underestimated just how much of a learning curve it would be. Even though I kept saying it, I'm like, there will be a learning curve. There will be bumps in the road. Then they throw for 85 yards week 1, and it was like, oh, like this could take a year. And now that you fast forward to, weeks, 6 games into the season, it's like when we had Matt Waldman on, who's one of the smartest football minds you can possibly talk to in this business. He said, if you're trying to see quarterback development in real time, it's like sitting outside and watching grass grow. You're not going to see it, but then after a couple weeks, you'll be like, I got to mow the lawn. And so that's what's happened here with Caleb Williams. You go from week 1 to now, it's 2 totally different players. And you saw that play out at training camp as well, where early on it was a struggle. Nothing was lining up. And by the end of the preseason, and you saw a lot of it, on display on Hard Knocks, they hit their stride. They beat the brakes off Cincinnati when they came here for a joint practice in a preseason game. Their depth was showing that it's the foundation of what this team is suddenly. And the point differential in the preseason, we talked about it was like, wow, some of these other teams that have had the kind of point differential they had were playoff caliber teams. Well, now the Bears have one of the top point differentials in all of football, along with the rest of the NFC North. So what I do know now is Caleb Williams is who we thought he is. And it's exciting. So we've got a few different things we can try to run through here with Caleb Williams and some of the stats that he's put out. Steven, if you want to share these with some of the class, and that to me is what I'm most confident in, and what I do know is Caleb Williams.
Yeah. So hit us up. Let's get everybody excited here. And by the way, I don't want to be old man on the lawn here. And, but like the whole it's okay to get excited thing.
Yeah.
You're like that conversation. Hey, get excited, don't get excited. None of it matters. They do on the field. It's how you want to, if you want to be a negative Nancy a la Carman and be nervous all the time about whatever in life, that's got a cost. You might be right. Like I am 98% of the time, but you don't get to have as much fun. Go ahead.
No, I've never told fans how to fan. If you want to be cynical or guarded here before, saving yourself from a letdown, so be it. I always push my chips all in emotionally. But our guy, Tony Gill, here, our new head of content here at CHGO Sports, shared some stats with us this morning. It was probably the middle of the night for him. But he said from the NFL, Caleb Williams, Chicago's rookie quarterback, completed 23 of 29 pass attempts at a 79.3% clip for 226 yards and 4 touchdowns. Caleb Williams is the first rookie quarterback selected number 1 overall to win 4 of his first 6 career starts in the common draft era. So when you talk about, hey, best situation or number 1 pick has ever come into, so far, 4 and 6. We all understand the schedule they've had so far, but it's holding serve when you consider the defense that he has around him and the playmakers he has around him, as you saw yesterday. Williams also became the 4th rookie quarterback with at least 4 touchdown passes and 50 rushing yards in a game, joining Pro Football Hall of Famers Troy Aikman and then also Robert Griffin III and Deshaun Watson. And then a couple other ones. Caleb Williams, 79.3 completion percentage, is the third highest ever by a rookie quarterback in a game with at least 4 touchdown passes, trailing only Robert Griffin III, once again, who had an unbelievable rookie year, and Marcus Mariota. And then he also was the first quarterback ever to throw 4 touchdown passes in a game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. First rookie quarterback with multiple touchdown passes in a regular season international game. So, Caleb Williams is calm, cool, and collected. He's not afraid of the moment. He doesn't, it feels like whatever the newspaper clippings are, you can see it doesn't get to him. He is comfortable in his own skin, and it's exciting to see all that play out here, on an international stage in a big-time win.
We all silly like the mayor.